Okay, hello everyone for the second round of the Poland versus the rest of the world match. Beautiful event for women's chess. So we are glad to be here, to be part of that event, and we hope for fighting games. And today your commentators will be Grandmaster Grzegorz Nasutą. Hello, Grzegorz.
So welcome everybody.
And me, Grandmaster Marcin Krzyżanowski. So first of all, please be understanding, as this is our first broadcast in English, so we hope to do our best and everything will be okay.
Yeah, but this is really stressful to me as well. This is the first time experience like that. Like, I've been commentating some tournaments before, but this is the first time in English. So it's not easy. Not an easy thing to do, but we'll see, and we'll do our best.
Okay, and how are you today, Grzegorz? Do you have also fighting spirit as many? And I wanted to ask you something. Have you ever played against anyone from the rest of the world field?
Yeah, for sure. Like the Polish grandmaster, the women grandmasters. I have obviously before. Ola Malcewska is a player who is like really good in blitz and rapid chess, and we've met. I think in Austria last year when we played this Austria Grand Prix. So this was my game against her, and I actually have like really good results against this player in particular. And what about the rest of them? Can you just like scroll down a little bit?
Yes, of course.
Of course, because I'm not even sure like who is playing here, honestly. I definitely lost one game against Claudia, like 10 years ago maybe or something. She attacked my king, which she is like really famous for, and I didn't manage to defend the position. But the foreigners are not the players I have faced. And how about you?
Yeah, I don't think I have ever played against anyone from the rest of the world team. Of course, I played against Alina Kaszlińska, against Claudia for sure, against Aleksandra Malcewska and Jola, of course. I don't think I can recall to play against Olivia, actually. And it's really strange, I think, because you're supposed to play against her somewhere. Yeah, but definitely I know Olga Badelka because I even showed some games of her on my chess lessons, because she also plays very dynamic. I think so, and it's always interesting to see. And of course, this match will be very interesting to see. I don't know if you watched yesterday's games or not, because I saw a couple of them, and it was kind of crazy at some point to see what happened there. But
yeah, I didn't follow the games like really closely, but I've seen the result, and I know that the Polish team won 3-2, and but it was like a roller coaster, right? Like most of the games were crazy. There were some attacks on the kings, and then some swindles. So definitely the games will be exciting.
Yeah, I think in women's chess particularly is always like that. Yeah, to have some swindles, some craziness there. So I hope that we will see today something like that. Okay, Grzegorz,
yeah, and I actually looked at the.
Which one?
I actually looked at the games like from today's, and the openings were already quite exciting. There were some sacrifices, and for example, like the first game, there was a pawn sacrifice in the French defense.
Okay. Yeah, here, yeah.
And yeah, like 46.
Okay, so
And this is particularly interesting to me.
Maybe one technical case. We will show you the eval bar here, yeah, but maybe we will just try to focus on our own. So we will only know that maybe engine says it's better for white or something like that, but we will not have any clue what is going on with the variations. Yeah, so maybe that will be interesting also for you. Okay, so Grzegorz, you are very well known specialist with 1e4. You play this move throughout your career, so I think you will show us something interesting here, yeah?
Yeah, this line is very interesting to me because I'm using it on the regular basis with white against the French defense with e5, and I think like these positions are the richest in the whole French defense setups, because it offers like a lot of options for both black and white that you can try to seize the initiative and fight for the win. And in this line with knight c6, knight f3, you can go a little bit further. Bishop d7. I am pretty sure like the bishop d3 is not like the main line. What most people do is to go bishop e2.
Okay.
And bishop d3 is a more direct try for white, because normally you want to put this bishop on d3 because it is really active there and helps you to attack the king side. But at the same time, you're not defending d4. And this is actually what happened in the game quite quickly. And the problem here is that if you take with the pawn from c3 to d4, there are always some issues with knight b4s. And I think that this is probably a way for black to use that if white tries to develop the bishop here. Of course, now there would not be a problem, because now you can just move your bishop back. But black starts with queen b6, I think, attacking d4. Like instead of knight b4, you can just go queen b6, and now it is kind of awkward to defend the pawn on d4.
Yeah, and
because there are no tricks with some bishop b5 checks, and because of the bishop 7, and now you're losing the pawn anyways.
Yeah, because with
right? Because if
bishop,
you go
with bishop on d7, now white cannot go, for example, for castles, because takes, and now you don't have this discovered check on b5. Yeah, so basically you have to do something to protect this pawn on d4.
Yes, and if you try to drop your bishop back to c2, then knight b4 is coming, and you really don't want to give up the light square bishop with white in this line, because then you basically like give up all the hopes for a kingside attack. And if you move your bishop to b3 to like keep it on the board, then bishop b5 comes, and black might be already like winning or something, right? Like bishop c2, knight b4, and then bishop b5.
Yeah, here and now have problems with our king.
Quite an important point. And you cannot really castle, and then some knight d3 is coming. So that's why I think Alexandra already wanted to give up a pawn with this bishop d3 and castles. And we get to some territory that is recently very popular in this lines, because white sacrificed the pawn on d4, which seems to be kind of important, but at the same time white gets the d4 square for his pieces, and can develop his pieces also very quickly, like bishop e3 maybe, or even some a3 b4, knight a4. So black white can try to use the dark squares and
And you always count for some Greek sacrifice, on h7 when black will go for a short castle. Then this h4 move and something like this might happen. Of course, I don't believe in that game that will be a case, but still it's always useful to play for that. Okay, so
but if you were to play for this trick, then it would be actually better to have the rook on h1. Because then you can always like hope for knight g5, and then even if black somehow takes the knight on g5, then hg5 and the rook is also helping you.
Have you ever won a game in that setup with white, or in some blitz games, or maybe
not in this exact position, because I normally just go for bishop e2 instead of bishop d3 after bishop d7. But in a similar fashion, I used to play in another line in the French. I think there is. We can even show it on the board, because this is also a very popular line nowadays. That if black goes for queen b6 instead of bishop d7, so like on move 5, queen b6, and now there is a move like a3. Intending to go b4, and now black can basically do like many different moves, but one of them is knight h6.
Okay.
I can go bishop d3, and this is almost the same, because black now can take the pawn. Of course, there is a difference at the very beginning, because now white can just regain the pawn back on d4, and there is this trick with bishop b5, so black cannot really capture the pawn.
Okay, so here,
but then,
and
white wins. So one of the tricks that white hopes for. But obviously, if you go knight cd4, then black gets another option of playing just knight f5, and this position is a completely different story. Because now if white takes, then e takes f5, bishop comes to e6, and this position is something I do not understand at all.
It's
maybe you can.
I think it's very nice for black, bishop e6, some bishop e7, and maybe somehow to get even g5 because the center is closed, and it's very interesting.
Yeah, this always looks very scary to white. I mean, if you know how to deal with it, then white obviously has some in this line as well, because I mean, like a slight edge, obviously, because nowadays you cannot really hope for an advantage anywhere. But the other option is to just castle now, and this is something that like even the top players were discussing quite recently. And you just try to like keep this pawn on d4, just wait for black to take on c3, and if we can take with the knight, and then we arrived at the position that is almost the same as in the game Malczewska against Satoński.
Yes, I think it's definitely the game that we will stick on here, because it's fighting chess, pawn sacrifice early on, and I believe that she will try to mate, to give mate to her opponent. So that will be definitely the games that we will look for, and maybe we will see something. Okay, let's go to the next game. Alina plays against
another French.
Yeah, another French. So maybe it's some topical day in Wrocław. I believe maybe
thematic tournament. Okay, but we have another line with knight d2, and knight d2 is something that I have not much information about. I only played like one game in this line with white.
Yeah, I think I even played this line against Alina, but I don't remember what happened. I think we played something like here, knight f3, and then this also one of the main lines here, bishop d7.
Yeah, and somehow you transport to some sort of a Sicilian.
Yeah, exactly.
With the bishop on d7.
Yeah, and I think we played very interesting fighting game, which ended in a draw in some perpetual, I believe in Katowice, in rapid tournament. Yeah, but here happened another main line here. Bishop c4. Yeah, and this position actually is. I always thought that it's much better for white because of some space advantage. Yeah, it looks very nice. Just normal development is needed. Maybe queen e2, bishop g5, rook a1. But nowadays engines show that it's just nothing. Yeah, it's almost equal position. And I think black also has very simple plan, just to develop pieces, maybe go with queen somewhere here and then just play rook d8, maybe a6, b5. So it's nothing there, yeah, but I always thought, especially when I was younger, that it's just winning for white, yeah, because it's just advantage in development. But
yeah, and to me, it actually always seemed like this is very equal. I wasn't interested in playing this with neither the colors. Like,
okay,
like if you play the French, you don't really want to get this, in my opinion at least, because then it is very safe for white. But at the same time, with white, it's nothing. So
okay.
So you also want to avoid that. Like,
so for you,
it's my feeling.
So for you, it's better to play e5 or something different, yeah, than to go for this line. Okay.
Yeah, because on the other hand, in lines with e5 and knight c3, which are like more direct and theoretically more challenging to black, then you always risk much more playing these lines. So there is always like a trade-off. If you want to fight for an advantage, then maybe it is better to go for e5 or knight c3, but then you get much more complicated position. It can be also a downside.
And what do you think, Grzegorz, about this position? It's engine says that it's just about equality, but which side do you prefer?
Probably it is. I would prefer to play this with white. Like,
why?
The game is much more simple. You probably just want to go like bishop c2 next. Like put your bishop over here, attacking h7, and then maybe queen h3 could already be like a very decent threat.
Okay, yeah. So some simple chess.
Let's just put this on the board. Yeah, like bishop c2. No, okay, but now black is on the move, so he can probably do something about that. But I think that this is like the plan for white, to go like bishop c2 and then try to force some weaknesses around black's king.
Yeah, and what do you think about such an ugly move like e5? Because it's very tempting, but might be not the best idea. Yeah.
Yeah, not very good.
Not very good, my friend.
Not very good.
Yeah, but
obviously this move is horrible for black. But the funny thing about this is that black, in like a perfect scenario, wants to actually achieve e5, but then he needs to control f5, the f5 square, and then he just wants to push his pawns. But when white can jump to f5, then obviously this would be horrible for black, because then knight f5 will probably need to take that knight on f5, and now white enjoys like a only 0.2 advantage, which is unbelievable to me. Is that true? Yeah. Like the engine goes 0.2? Wow.
I don't know. Maybe it's not that bad, yeah? Maybe just, I don't know, rook d8 or something like that. Okay.
On the board, I would be like sure that I'm doing.
No.
Great.
Now I can probably take, yeah, here. Takes.
Then bishop c2. And you probably need to give up a pawn with rook e8.
Yeah. So. Yeah, but of course this move e5 wants to get rid of this beautiful knight on d4, but guys, look at this, yeah? Very weak square on f5, and this bishop have this diagonal here, so it's not that helpful for black to go for it. So it's definitely better to do something else, maybe bring rook to the center somewhere, c8, d8, and play something different.
And how do you feel about playing h6 now for black?
H6, yeah.
Is it good or not? Because this is always like a tough question to answer. Whether you want to put your pawn on h6 or you would rather just keep it on h7.
It's hard to say because yeah, sometimes this pawn might be in a trouble, yeah, especially when I go for this mating attack with idea to play for the diagonal. But here maybe I will just try to keep the tension with bishop h4 or something like that. I don't think I
yeah, but if we do that, then I think h6 is very useful for black, because now we got rid of this idea of playing like bishop c2, queen h3, and then h6 is virtually impossible because we will always sacrifice the bishop on h6.
So you want to play something like bishop c2 and some ideas with giving mate, and maybe sacrifice the bishop.
This could be one of
h6.
the ideas.
Okay. She played.
Yeah, I'm always also very dynamic player, so I'm always looking for this kind of opportunities.
Yeah. Okay. So rook f d8 was in the game. So my first idea is to play rook f2 e1 and maybe just go for some nice tactics here with knight f5 or something.
But it is probably one of the moves here, if not the best move for white. And also you cannot really play bishop e8, I guess, or maybe you can.
Here, yeah?
To stop that, yeah? Like bishop e8 is like probably one of the most reasonable moves, like positionally speaking, because then you're opening the rook on the d file and defending the bishop on e7 at the same time. But now probably some sacrifice on e6 could work.
Yeah, now probably some ideas here to sacrifice, yeah? Some rook e6.
The rook?
Yeah, we can sacrifice the rook here, yeah? Probably here, takes, and something like that, but...
And lose the game, yeah?
Angel cold-blooded defense, probably something like queen b6, yeah, but the idea is here...
Does not approve it.
Yeah, but the idea is in the air, so we will see what's gonna happen. And okay, let's go for another game. Okay, so probably Caro-Kann this time, not a French defense. Okay, Olivia play against Bella.
It is also very interesting to see that in this close tournament we can see so many different openings. Because normally when we are used to watching those top guys like Caruana, Carlsen, and the rest of them, almost all the games after e4 continue with e5. And then we can see some like very slow maneuvering games, which almost all the time end in a draw. And here, this is like our third game with e2, e4, and we have like 2 Frenches and 1 Caro-Kann.
So probably women don't like to play e5, yeah? They want to have fun in their games, so they try to play French defense, some Sicilians, maybe Caro-Kann, and I think it's also very good for us, yeah, to not see, at least on this broadcast, e4, e5, yeah, because it's always very difficult to find some advantage for white there. Okay, so variation with e5. Now, of course, black have 2 main variations: bishop f5 or c5. She went for bishop f5, h4. Okay, so knight d2. Probably with the idea to go for knight b3, yeah, to stop somehow this c5 push. Okay, here. Yeah, I think it's some theoretical line, Grzegorz, because you're always specialist bigger than me here.
Could be, but not really sure, because like black, according to the engine, is already better.
Okay.
So I think like Olivia probably like mixed up some move orders.
Yeah, because now she will lose this beautiful e5 pawn, yeah? So I'm not really sure if that's good for white.
Yes, you can give a pawn to black, but then you need to be ready to defend the c5 pawn with b4, I guess. And now I don't see it happening because the knight on b3 is actively stopping that. So the c5 pawn will probably be in trouble shortly.
Yeah, I am always scared of knights, yeah? Especially in blitz games. I don't know if Twitch or YouTube is afraid of knights to get some forks, but sometimes it's a nightmare for sure. Yeah, probably. For example, when you move your bishop to d3, now knight f3, and that's all. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very easy to blunder some forks.
Okay, so
yeah, but I always I don't really like this line for white, honestly, with h4 h5. I simply just don't understand what is happening here. Like black always gets this f5 square for his knight.
Yeah, because now you
And
cannot
then
play this g4 at any point. Yeah, and now, like you said, knight goes to f5 and have this juicy square on f5. Yeah. Yeah, but what do you do with your king? Do we go with long castle, short castle, or we are just staying in the center?
Well, that is a good question, actually. But I think that now, after the dark square bishop is gone, and also the knight from f3, and black will probably try to achieve g6 at some point, and then go for the short castle. Because normally this is like the biggest upside for white, that the g5 square is available for his knight. And whenever you castle short, then the knight jumps there, and then there are always some problems with the king.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I think one of the idea for white is to get this h4, h5, and now you can go with this idea to put some pressure on g5. Yeah, but without bishop and without knights, that won't be the case. Yeah, here, because g6, yeah, castle, and how this knight will go to g5. It's very long distance.
Yeah, well, it is almost impossible, mate.
So,
but probably you also don't want to play g6 right now, because there might be some problems with like queen c3 or something like this.
Maybe. So maybe some a6 is to protect b5, or I don't know what to do. But maybe it's not that.
Yeah, just see what white does. But I think white wants to go for a long castle, right?
Yeah. Yeah, probably. Yeah, because with short castle is very dangerous, I think, because some ideas with g5, or maybe even sacrificing the knight here on h4. Some ideas, yeah, rook h6, rook g6. So I think definitely white's king will feel much safer on the queen side.
We'll see how the game develops.
Okay, guys. Okay, we have some raid, so thank you for the raid on Twitch. Okay, if you guys have some questions, please do that. We will try our best to answer in English for that. Yeah, but of course, be active on chat. Yeah, we will do our best. Okay, so we will keep eye on that game. And here, what is going on here? What is going with king on f1, man? How that happened? Okay, d4.
Click. My God, it was a misclick with white.
Misclick, yes, you wanted to. Okay, so very topical line nowadays. Yeah, it's very sharp. Okay, bishop b4 check, king f1, and another sacrifice. Look at that. Yes, she probably could take, but.
What is happening here actually?
Yeah, because I have time for going there.
But I still think that white just wants to. Don't really think so. I think the idea is to just go rook b1 now.
Okay.
And then you cannot really move back to b4.
And if I play something like that,
then we probably get to play some knight g5 maybe, or queen d3 first. Yeah, maybe queen d3 first, or
queen d3, yeah, here, and knight g5.
And then knight g5. This already looks very scary to black.
Now I have to.
We're
do
forcing black to go. Yeah, g6 is the only move, probably, right? And then maybe even h4.
Yeah, maybe even h4. Yeah,
That looks really nice.
With king on f1, we can use that rook on a h file and go for a kill straight away. Yeah, just h4, h5, and then sacrifice something on h7. I don't know, but look at these pieces. Yeah,
and if you go like h5, then maybe even g4 right now.
Oh wow,
could be an idea.
Yeah, maybe even some sacrifice here. Yeah, also.
Yeah.
Yeah, but g4
also looks very interesting.
It's very nice. Yeah. Okay, so she was afraid, and probably that was a good decision to go back to e7 and h4 once again. So look at that. Alexandra Malcewska played h4 very early, and here also Olga Badelka. Like I said, I always, whenever I saw her games, she always plays some dynamic chess. So it's also very interesting to see, yeah, how black will cope with that attack.
How would you approach this position with black now?
Oh my god, I would pray for my life here.
Offer a draw.
Offer a draw, yeah. Offer a draw. Yeah, okay, but okay, if I just do short castle, how bad is it?
Maybe now bishop d3 and then some Greek gift.
Some Greek gift.
It's on the agenda now.
Okay, here, yeah. Because I thought that I will be clever and try to play bishop a6 somewhere, but then c4.
Also thought about that, yeah, but maybe now c4.
Yeah, now c4, yeah. Yeah, and looks really unpleasant for black. I don't like positions when someone is attacking my king. Yeah, I am always scared of that and can evaluate
such positions.
Yeah. So definitely some troubles for Yola here. She went for queen a5, and the engine, goes almost crazy. But what is it? What's the point of queen a5? Is it just taking the pawn?
I think she wants to go bishop a6.
Okay, that's nice. Actually, I really like that idea. Yeah, just to go bishop a6 and maybe even take with check with queen a6.
It definitely seems natural to do that. Like you definitely need to. We definitely have to look for this idea of bishop a6. And I was wondering whether you can actually go bishop a6 straight away instead of queen a5. But then probably the problem is that white can just change the bishops on a6 and then maybe queen a4. And the c6 pawn is very weak.
True. Yeah, now some ideas with knight
some
e5.
Knight e5, yeah.
Probably here, knight e5. And maybe I will just take this pawn with no compensation. And even black cannot go for short castle because of fork on d7. Yeah? So you always need to be careful here with knights. But this queen a5 is really a nice idea, to be honest, because now white has to
but for some reason the engine does not like it.
Maybe
why is that? I have no clue.
Maybe we just, I don't know, maybe even here I cannot go. Maybe I have to take care of this pawn. I don't know, queen d3 or what.
Yeah, but then we get to play bishop a6.
Okay, so here, bishop a6. Maybe now knight e5 or.
But then we will try playing c5 maybe.
Just to get rid of that weak pawn, yeah. Maybe.
Unless we're blundering something.
Maybe bishop g5.
Bishop. Okay, but now I take on c4 and then exchange queens as well, with maybe even queen b5. I thought of queen b5 actually. I don't know if that's good or not, but
Grzegorz,
could be interesting.
You are getting older. You want to, go for an end game. Yeah, but
With black always. Just want to make a draw with black.
guys, do you like end games, or you just want to win games in middle game, or even in the opening with some nice traps that you saw on YouTube or something like that? Yeah, okay, so yeah, I really like that. Even when the engine, the eval bar says that it's maybe not the best idea, I really like the plan to trade that bishop and maybe even trade queens at some point. And I agree that it's very dangerous to go for a short castle straight away. Yeah, maybe she will do that at some point, but now.
Yeah, but at the same time, I think that the problem for black is that even if he achieves bishop a6 and trading the bishops and then playing c5, that this is all she can hope for, and this still would be probably just an equal position with black.
Yeah.
Like even if you do all that,
yeah, that's
black
true.
black is just doing fine then. So maybe that's why the position is so strongly in favor for white.
Yeah, but yesterday Olga had a great winning chances against Monika Soczko. I don't know if you saw that game. And the engine said like almost -5 at some point.
Yeah, I briefly checked it.
Yeah, but then she went for an end game, and the whole advantage disappeared. Okay, but we have one more game. Claudia Coulon. Okay, some more craziness with king. King on d1, so probably it was queen trade.
And the big
d1.
advantage for white. Just a pawn up.
Okay, so Sicilian here and Awapin. Okay, d5. And this line with g6. I even was preparing that at some point. But I always thought that it's not that great. It might be really dangerous for black if white knows everything. I think it's better to go for, I don't know, knight f6 or e6, yeah, then just play simple variations against Alapin. Okay, but here knight a3, a6. I remember there is some line
mistake.
How maybe something like cd4, bishop c4. Now I can play queen e4 check, and I believe that the move here is bishop e3 or something like that, yeah, because you cannot take on e3 because of bishop takes f7, and now it's just lost position, yeah, because you have to take, and now one more fork here, and if I go, of course, on f8, then I can give check here and knight g5, yeah. So that's briefly the idea for white with this knight a3 and bishop c4, because I think the problem for black is that when you connect these two ideas to go for d5 and then play g6, you are lacking with development, yeah. So white might try to use that. Yeah, now a6. With a6 there is always some problems with knight c4, knight b6, yeah, but she went for that. Okay, she just took a pawn, and probably white is just pawn up here.
Yeah, and also look at the clock situation. Like 36 minutes for black after move 10.
Wow. So it's not a great place to be, in Dinara's shoes right now, because she has to
pawn down, no compensation at all.
Yeah, because sometimes black
it looks like black is cooked.
Black is cooked, yeah. Sometimes black can hope for taking this pawn at some point, but I don't think it's a case here, because I can always play some before, or maybe even just something simple.
Even bishop e3.
Bishop e3, yeah, also. Yeah, bishop e3 maybe is even better, yeah.
Knight g4, I don't know.
Yeah, here.
G4, bishop d4, I thought, but then maybe you can take and grab f2. But even for black.
Yeah, now knight f2, but still, yeah. white pieces are so active
Yeah.
and so well placed, so I think it's very... Black just are in trouble here for sure. Yeah, no, king.
Yeah,
C2.
so some good prep from Claudia.
Yeah. Yeah, Claudia did some great job with her openings throughout the years, yeah, because she used to be like a spontaneous player, just to go for some strange moves.
Like
some...
C4 G3, I can remember that this was the line she was pretty much always choosing with white. Like it just goes like C4 G3, Bishop G2, and then shuffle with sometimes E3, sometimes D3, but it was not very dangerous for black.
Yeah, but nowadays
and now
I think
we can see that she changed it.
Yeah, she's really well prepared. Yeah, and she even many times she proved to have advantage after the opening and to achieve some surprises for her opponents. So definitely a great job throughout the years with on that part. Okay, so guys, please tell us which game from these 5 is the most interesting for you, because I think we can look for them with nice attacking ideas with h4, some different openings. So it's very, very nice to see. Almost none of them is some equal boring end game. Every game is very interesting. So which one is the best for you? Okay.
Rookie 62 asks for the board number 1, which I believe is
this one,
Alexandra against Anna.
Okay,
I think so. Is that board 1? Not very much has changed since we've been here. Only black lost 24 minutes and went crazy with b5.
Okay, but okay, she went here, h4 and b5. Yes, she tried to do something on queen side. Do you have any idea why the engine says that it's not that great?
No idea why would this be good. Honestly.
Yeah,
probably. What is the point of playing b5?
Yeah, b5 just doesn't change anything. Yeah, I don't think that you want to play b4 at any point, because okay, for example, I play here b4 and then I can go knight a4, and this knight have nice perspective to go for c5.
It only helps white, actually.
Yeah, and guys, remember, pawns do not go backwards. Yeah, so sometimes it's just better to develop piece somewhere, because with pawns it might be not that great idea, because you always weaken your position at okay, so b5 maybe not that great. What do you do as white?
Well, Rookie asks if h4, h5, h6 is an option. My answer to this question is that definitely this is one of the ideas for white, but you probably do not want to do that right away, because with your king already castled on the king side, you really want to attack the king in this fashion. The pawn on h4 is probably to secure the g5 square for your pieces, or at least that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, definitely.
And how do you feel about that?
Yeah,
do we want to go like h5, h6?
I don't think so. I would prefer to have this pawn on h4 and to cover this g5 ideas.
Yeah, and we can keep this idea in mind for later. For example, if black wants to go like knight d7 and then knight g6 or f5, then we can use h5, h6. Yeah. And also with the knight on g8, we will not be able to play h6 anyway, because then the knight can take it. Yeah. Sometimes black just develops this way anyways with knight on h6, and then does not care about damaging his pawn structure.
Yeah, to be honest, I'm quite shocked that the engine says that it's almost equal. I would definitely think that it's just game over almost. but the engine doesn't care at all, yeah? And Anna, is it true
These
that...
types of positions are very equal.
Anna, is that true that you are a great attacker? Because I saw some comment, Anna Cantana community, we like to attack, so I believe you showed them many examples of your attacking games and your attacking spirit. Okay, she went for bishop g5, yeah? More active. Play active. Okay, and what do you do right now with... Do you go bishop e7 or, I don't know, queen b6?
Yeah, now you probably don't really want to play bishop e7. This b5 move is very horrible for you. And the dark squares are weak.
Mm-hmm.
You can probably maneuver your knights to like c5 somehow. Maybe knight e2, knight d4 as well. Rook to c1.
Yeah. So I have a really ugly idea. For example, when you go knight to e7, now white might sacrifice bishop b5, yeah? Here, and you cannot unpin this diagonal, and now we will do real damage here with our knights, yeah? Here, and just to take everything. So bishop g5, yeah, I think you have to go somewhere with your queen, yeah?
Queen b6 maybe, yeah.
Queen b6, look.
Or maybe queen b8 somehow? Like
queen b8 might be clever, yeah?
Some idea, right?
Here.
At least pose some problems to white, but we'll still develop our pieces like normally, like rook e1.
Anna said, I might like to attack, doesn't mean I'm good at it.
It's much harder to be good at defending the positions.
Yeah.
So
yeah, but I think
you always want to be on this side.
You will definitely choose white in that position, yeah? If you like to attack, then I think it's just obvious. Okay. And Grzegorz, in the second game against Anna, Maya, and Alina, she really went for that with your idea queen h3, yeah? And maybe at some point bishop c2. So we are kind of Nostradamus, yeah?
And now actually knight e6 is a threat.
Yeah, here, yeah?
We spoke earlier about this, that there might be some sacrifices on e6. And now this is actually working for white if black does nothing or does something.
Yeah, so for example,
like rook ac8.
Yeah, for example, here, yeah, now I can take. Because after that, queen e6 probably, yeah, and you cannot protect the bishop.
Just win the bishop back.
You will get mated, and here just 2 pawns down, yeah. Blacks are 2 pawns down. Yeah, so something is in the air. Another idea is to play bishop c2 and put some pressure on h7, and I think you really don't want to play h6, yeah? Here, I would be really scared to play that move. But maybe.
Maybe it's something you should do. Because what else?
Okay, if I take. You can take, yeah? Probably you have to take. Or not.
Maybe some...
Here?
Of course, seems nice at first, but I don't think it works, because then we can go... maybe this is actually a good idea for now. Attack the queen, then queen g5 is impossible.
Yeah, here, knight g4, of course, yeah? Here, or maybe not.
Okay, so it's not good.
Yeah, I also thought that it's a good move. Just to have this protected.
But maybe knight e6 works.
Oh wow, really? Knight e6. Oh, the nice combo here. Okay, if I take, then rook is attacked.
Yeah, we take and the rook is and also the bishop on e7.
Okay, and so many pawns, yeah, were taken here. And here's the threat.
The attack.
Okay,
black.
so what do you do after that? Because
Maybe
I
the
just
other way
want
around.
to play something like that, yeah? Or maybe sacrifice once again on e6.
Somehow need to bring your pieces into the defense. Maybe some 94, 97 is something that is on my mind.
Okay. Let's go for a safe option, but here
This is lost already somehow.
Yeah, maybe once again I will play
Probably 96.
knight e6, or maybe bishop e6.
Maybe even rook e6 even. Like anything seems to be dangerous.
Yeah, here. Yeah. Maybe I thought this is a move.
This engine evaluation is killing me.
0-0 everywhere, yeah. 0-0 everywhere, yeah. Okay, so maybe knight e6, yeah, is the move. Or maybe it's just bad engine. Maybe it's not working here. No, I don't believe that black can survive this.
Yeah, in a practical game, it looks like any of these sacrifices are winning for white.
Maybe bishop c2 actually is the cold-blooded move here.
So what about just to attack the knight? Then you cannot really play f5.
And then bring my rook to
this
e3
is probably
or,
it.
or h3, yeah.
Or h3.
So something like that, yeah. Here, and I think now, without any more sacrifices, we will win this game. Okay, so definitely a problem for Alina here. She has to do something with these ideas of sacrificing on e6, at some point at h6. Yeah, but I think she will manage to do so.
Could be, but maybe she should try doing something like bishop d5 or knight d5. But this also looks very scary.
For example, here.
Even here, this knight e6 is something you need to calculate for sure.
Okay, takes. Queen e6 probably, yeah.
This works. King f8, and I thought bishop takes on d5.
Yeah, bishop takes on d5, or even you can take probably on e7, yeah, also.
On e7,
Yeah, because here you cannot actually go here, because I will just take on e7, and if I go with king to f8, then yeah, probably bishop d5.
Bishop d5, I think, wins.
Yeah, bishop d5 with queen f7 or queen g8 idea, or just taking on e7, yeah. After that, just game over. Yeah, so you have to be careful for sure to not blunder anything. Yeah, after queen h3. Okay, let's go on. What happened in Olivia's game? Okay, so she went for the long castle.
Yeah, so far we're doing a good job, at least guessing what will happen in the game.
Yeah.
So
maybe it's our future, you know, to play in that tournament. I don't know. Maybe some wild card next year. Okay, and what do you do with black? Do you go for this g6 short castle or what?
Let me think for a moment. Like, we wanted to play a6 with black instead of rook c8, so that was our take on the position, just to keep the option of castling long, actually. And now with the rook on c8, this is impossible. So what if we just play knight d7 and try to collect the pawn?
Yeah, probably I have to go bishop b5 or what? Or maybe some bishop d3.
It seems like the only option. Otherwise, I will just take the pawn. Bishop d. Maybe bishop d3 is also some sort of an idea here. But how about g6 now? I will defend the pawn, the knight on the 5. Also preparing castling short finally, or maybe even king f8, king g7 could be a better idea.
Yeah, I am wondering what is going on after bishop f5. Probably you have to take with g-pawn, and now I don't know, queen c3 or queen d4. Maybe here.
Rook g8.
Yeah, now I
rook
thought
g8, rook g4.
That maybe I have this idea.
The same is.
Rook d5, yeah, because of course I give up 2 rooks for a queen, but I hope that this king is very weak. And usually,
also the pawn structure is horrible.
Yeah. Usually, that connection, with weak queen and weak pawn structure is better for queen on the board than 2 rooks. So maybe queen f6 is better, or something like that. Queen f6, I don't know, maybe. Just to go for an ending.
Yeah, and endings are definitely good for black. If you change queens, then black is doing excellent.
Yeah, definitely. That position would be a dream, yeah, for black. Because I have so many beautiful squares here, e4, g4. Yeah.
And also the c5 pawn is probably just lost then.
Yeah, but here I thought maybe queen b4, just to go for this pawn.
That's what I was afraid of actually with black. And then g8.
Yeah, it's not that simple, yeah, to play with king on e8. But maybe it's not that bad. Maybe I can even go for, I don't know, rook c7.
And queen a5.
Queen a5, yeah. Okay, maybe not. It's not that great. Maybe I have to go b6 right now, yeah? Yeah, even that position is not that easy to evaluate. Because takes, probably with pawn, or with knight.
Well, actually, knight takes also makes some sense here. Some queen b2 even idea like this could work sometimes.
Yeah, some
like
sacrifice here. Yeah, knight c4. And whenever you give a check here, then I can even go maybe on g7.
Yeah, to g7. Then rook c8 is coming, and then black is doing really well.
Yeah, so very strange pawn structure. Yeah, but somehow this king might be very safe on g7, just to play rook to c8 and maybe create some attack on b2. I don't know, but I would definitely prefer black's attacking options here.
Yeah, but what I don't like about black's plays is like 30 minutes on the clock. This is what I usually do in my games, and this is not the best strategy.
Yeah,
I can tell you that.
Okay, so she's still thinking. Okay, we can go for the next game. And what is going on with Yola's game? Okay, so after queen a5, she went for a quiet move like queen c2, and engine doesn't like that move, because after bishop h6, sorry, takes. Yeah, and now maybe the problems for black are over, yeah, because without this beautiful light square bishop, you cannot really play for these mate ideas. And now you also have these weak squares, weak light squares, yeah, maybe some ideas to put some pressure on this c3 pawn. Yeah, so I think.
Yeah, and also just go for c5.
Yeah, or just go for
With
c5.
black.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, so I really like this queen a5. Yeah, very nice practical idea, to be honest. And it's also the.
What was the solution for white in that case?
Okay, I can.
Maybe it was better. It was best like to move the bishop even like away, just to keep it on the board somehow.
Okay, so the engine on the
Does this make
chess.com
sense?
says that
Yeah,
the move is bishop b3, and we are not really scared of losing this pawn because here, yeah, and some very active play is needed here. Yeah? Rook c1, I don't know, rook h3, knight e5. So this queen is really bad placed here. Yeah, so maybe that was better idea because yeah, somehow you feel that after that you have to do something crazy. Yeah, you have to play more active, and after queen c2 it feels like it's too slow. Yeah, because now more strategic play is on the board here, and now I really like
yeah, of course white is still doing. I still like white, honestly, but then the king on g1 is a bit stupid now.
Yeah, you cannot really go for king to h2. Yeah. So what do you do with your king? Play g3, king g2, or rook h3?
I thought that maybe even like some h5 to threaten with h6 and then maybe rook h4.
Okay.
Would be an idea. I don't know if that's something we want to do with white or not.
Okay, but after that, are you not afraid of losing that pawn? Probably after, I don't know, bishop e3, I can play knight to f6 maybe, and some idea here. Maybe.
Yeah, and then c4 is what I wanted to do.
Then c4, yeah.
Maybe I should actually be starting with c4 first instead of even h5, and then see what happens, and then decide whether I want to push the pawn on h5 on the h5 or not.
Okay, so c4, and after short castle.
Maybe we go back to attacking the king somehow, like bishop e3 and then g5 again.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, but still, I feel like without this light square bishop, it's not that bad. Yeah?
It's much safer for black, definitely.
Yeah, so I think Yola did really good job here to defend at that moment. Okay, and what is going on in Claudia's game? Okay, she just have she's pawn up, yeah, and she protect the pawn on c5. Okay, even she played knight g5. Wow. Here. And what is going on after that move? We thought about something like that, yeah? Like this.
Yeah, maybe bishop d4 again.
Bishop d4. Okay, and if I take.
Give the pawn back. But then the position is simply winning for white. If we can even go like king c2 maybe. Yeah, not to block the rook.
King c2.
On the e-file, and then knight f7 is some idea. Also rook f1, d5.
Yeah, the problem is that you really cannot go for knight g4, yeah, because you will end up losing everything.
Knight f7, yeah.
Knight f7, yeah, here, bishop e6, and yeah, this position just collapses. Yeah, so I think it's just lost position, yeah, for black here.
It seems like black is completely lost, honestly. There is like no compensation for the pawn at all, and also white is just simply better positionally. So yeah. Everything went wrong here for black.
Yeah, and also this she's low on time, yeah. 25 minutes is not the best after 12 moves of the game.
Yeah, but I'm not really surprised, because when you get such a position with black, then you have to think about something to about some way to fight, but it's very difficult to think of anything.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so
maybe some 95. I don't know. 95, knight g4 then, or
okay, she played.
5.
Okay,
No idea.
she played short castle. Okay.
Yeah, but now we probably can just play it somehow slowly. Maybe even some f3. I thought of f3 just to stop knight d4. Because if you go h3, then maybe some h6, knight f3, knight d4 could be annoying, and then c5 is difficult to defend.
Yeah, I think in this position, at least black can try to play rook d8, and maybe bishop f8, just to try to take this pawn, and maybe I have to go for b4.
Yeah, but we'll probably go like king c2 and b4.
Yeah, just
we still want to do that with white.
It's probably lost. Yeah, so some f3. Okay, here king c2. I don't know, maybe knight to e5. I don't know what to do, to be honest here. Yeah, b4. Yeah.
No, just or maybe the rook d1.
Yeah, because the problem is that I cannot even go for a5. Yeah, here, because you allow me to put my knight on b5 and then thread some fork once again somewhere. Yeah, so it's not the solution at all. Yeah. Okay, so probably Claudia at that moment might win the game. That's a good news for Polish team. Yeah, but of course you always have to be careful with that predictions.
Yeah, everything can happen, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
But so far it looks really good for Claudia.
Okay, here h6. So she played bishop e7. Not your idea to put queen on b2, b8. Sorry, bishop e7, rook e1, and h6. Okay.
Okay, so she's not afraid of exchanges on the e7.
Maybe.
So I don't know, but still, I think white knight takes, and then we will try to play on the dark squares.
So knight e2 or something like that.
Some rook to c1 maybe.
Oh yeah, rook c1 is always nice idea. Maybe even go bishop b1.
Yeah, if definitely if black goes for the short castle, then we will to play bishop b1 and then queen d3 or c2.
Yeah, now there is a problem with putting knight on g6 or even on f5. Yeah, because on g6 you will always have this idea with pushing h5. Yeah, I would definitely don't want to play that position with black. I would be so happy with white.
Yeah, for sure.
At that point. Yeah.
Yeah, but same time it looks like it is just equal according to the engine. This is what amazes me.
Yeah, but I think it's always easier to play for an attack than to defend. Yeah, that position. And even when you once again are looking for time management, then Aleksandra Malczewska might use that with creating problems at some point to put some pressure even on time. Yeah. Okay, guys. So if you have any question, please, and we can answer, or we can show you the most interesting game for you. Okay, what is going on here? Yeah. Okay, king to f8. Wow, what an idea. It was so popular move at some point in Poland, yeah? King to f8. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah.
Just to bring...
Yeah, but I don't think like everybody knows what we're talking about, but there was a scandal in Polish women's championship where one of the players played like this in a not natural way with this king to f8, and then
Yeah, just to bring
it
king
turned
to
out
the
that
end game, yeah?
the black was yeah, just yeah.
Okay,
but what's the idea if white just takes the pawn on h7?
I don't know.
It looks like a healthy pawn. Take it with white. Ah, okay. Maybe the idea is to go like knight takes, bishop takes c7, king takes. Is that possible?
Yeah, here and after that rook h8. Yeah, nice trap,
Rook
and
h8,
now
yeah.
here probably get mated. Yeah, but I thought that after bishop h7, knight h7, I can go even with that move, yeah. And after bishop g5,
And then
maybe
knight
some,
f5 is coming.
yeah, some ideas with knight f5, maybe even right now, yeah, because you cannot really take that knight because of mate in one, and also the threat is just to play queen h8 mate.
Wow.
So I have to go.
This looks very interesting. And then king e8, yeah, the only
here.
move I believe for black. And now what do we do? Queen g8 or just take on g7?
Maybe here, yeah.
Like knight takes g7 and then take on e6 is something to watch out for. It probably doesn't work, but
okay, if we
it could be an idea.
Simpler here, if I take. Okay, but here maybe I can even go for, I don't know.
I thought of just going bishop e7, honestly.
Bishop e7, yeah?
Yeah. Boring chess.
Boring chess, yeah, but good chess. Great chess. Yeah, it feels like there should be some killer blow, but I cannot really see that.
Maybe just bring the rook into the center, like 8 to d1.
Yeah, but after
it looks crazy. But
king d7.
And now maybe take on g7. And the difference is that now you cannot really go bishop e7 because of rook d5.
Okay, wow. Look at this, guys. Here, and I can sacrifice the rook here. And after that, rook e7 is coming. Okay. Yeah, so I would definitely consider to play that because it looks very suspicious for black. Okay, so
yeah, for
f8,
sure.
yeah?
But then there is also like some better option, right, for white, because we can see that engine goes like +1. So there has to be something that's even stronger than this. What could it be? I don't think it is bishop takes f6, bishop takes, and then take on h7, because this doesn't look really good for white. Because if we take with the queen on h7, the bishop d4 might be a problem.
Yeah.
Maybe actually our bishop is covered on c2. I thought we're losing our bishop on c2, but that's not the case. So maybe it is also possible, but black would probably be happy about this somehow. Maybe some even like queen f4.
Yeah. Maybe I can hope.
And then it looks like black king is in danger, but that's not really a case here.
Okay, so maybe some knight f5 ideas here, or it just too crazy. Yeah, I don't believe.
I can always try, but yeah, I don't believe this works. With the bishop on f6, then we can always go g6 with black, and the king is safe there. So I don't think that this is the point.
Yeah, it's always very tricky moment.
We should play slowly.
It's always very tricky moment.
Yeah, expect.
Yeah, because you expect to finish the game, yeah, and nothing is so convincing.
Yeah, it's very frustrating to play this on such a position.
Yeah. So something.
Maybe you should play slowly, like rook e3 or something, and then it's difficult for black actually to make a move as well.
Yeah. Okay.
Just bring the piece on rook a1 maybe. Also, this could be an idea.
Yeah. Okay. Grzegorz. What a move! What a move! Engine really like that one, yeah.
Yeah, but maybe rook a1 is actually even better, because then all the lines we showed earlier.
Okay.
Could work like perfectly, and now it's very difficult for black to make any move.
Okay, if I play h6 right now,
I think we just take it and then calculate.
okay, let's see. Here, takes. Here, I have to go.
King to e8.
I have to run
and
away.
Maybe knight f5 again or something like this.
Or maybe knight b5.
Knight b5, okay. Maybe.
I don't know if that's okay, but I thought maybe I will have c4 ideas at some point, but maybe not.
Well, but there is always e6, or is that too much? Or maybe it is too much. F takes e6 is probably.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, so the idea was here, yeah, and after bishop.
Yeah, after bishop takes queen h8, and then we
queen h8.
Some stuff
here.
with maybe even rook e6.
Here.
Bishop g6. And
yeah.
then king e7.
Suddenly
even this is fine somehow.
We don't have any more material, yeah? We just sacrifice everything and there is no mate. Yeah, you have to.
There is no mate, and there are no pieces.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, maybe knight f5 actually is a move. Still not a great idea.
Yeah, but it seems that it is not easy to play with white as well, because it all seems very natural to sacrifice material, but then it's not easy to show why.
Yeah, okay, maybe this knight to b5. I really like that idea here.
Well, could be, but what's the point? Like if I just move my queen away somewhere like b6 or c5, I don't know.
Yeah, because on b6, yeah, my idea was to play c4. Yeah.
Okay.
And now I just open
understand.
up this d line, and maybe I can just take at least piece back. Yeah, here.
Grab the knight.
Yeah. Okay, so maybe queen to c5 probably is better move. Yeah, now what?
We don't know what to do.
Yeah, it's not that simple. Yeah, maybe there is no quick win here. Yeah, maybe you just have to go. I don't know, bishop d3.
You have to play it slowly somehow. Yeah. Just prepare. Maybe even some b3 and c4, just to keep this bishop out.
Yeah, here. Yeah,
queen f2 probably works.
Oh wow. Ay. That would be a disaster for for white. Yeah, here takes. And once again, fork. Yeah, here, thanks. And now we are piece down, so Yeah, you always have to be careful. Yes, very hard task for both of them actually. Yeah, but still I would prefer to play that position with white, but it might get tricky, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Anna Maya will lose a lot of time here, and I wouldn't be so surprised if that happens, because as we said, like it looks all seems very promising for white, but at the same time it's not easy to choose anything.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, and what is going on? Oh, something crazy happened in the Olivia's game. So
wow, A5.
She went for a long castle, queen to f6, queen b4. Okay. She didn't care about that pawn. Queen b7 and a5.
Very nice.
What a play active way to to deal with that position, yeah? Very nice, yeah. Okay, wow. So idea probably is just after...
Just simply rook b8 and then
rook b8 and mate probably, yeah?
He's lost.
Yeah, okay, so I think it's not easy, maybe here. And rook b2 or what?
Well, if that works, then why not? We need to calculate a little bit, but yeah, it just seems to be working
actually,
out.
Like maybe
king
even,
takes knight c4.
Maybe even rook a8, yeah, and then bring another rook to b8, yeah.
Yeah, could be.
Yeah, but it's very tempting to take on d2.
Even this should be good.
Yeah, and the idea is after that we have this covered check and probably mate in one, yeah. Yeah, but very difficult position for Olivia right now. a5 was very strong.
Not easy to answer. Like a4, then knight c4 is probably good.
Okay, here.
Knight c4, king b2, and if you go c3, then rook b8 again. And if you take the knight, then d4, and then also after knight moves.
Once again, yeah.
Rook b8.
So this b7 pawn is kind of poisoned pawn, yeah. Like you cannot take this without risking too much, yeah. Now this b5 b file is opened for a rook. Yeah, but she managed to play, I think, the best idea, the best move here, queen b5.
Yeah, she probably wants to take on a queen if black goes for rook b8, and then the queen might go back to c3, covering b2.
Yeah. So after that, queen a5, rook a8, and probably queen c3, yeah? And rook a2. Still looks kind of scary.
We can try going like f4 and exchanging queens. Yeah. So at least we can survive the attack and go for an ending.
Yeah, I'm thinking about something like d4, but I don't think.
I can take with the pawn on e5.
Yeah. So what to do after?
Okay, we'll see. It looks
because the engine
a complete mess.
Because engine said that it's not that good for white actually here. King c4, king c3, and I don't know. I don't see any easy variation for black.
Yeah, like chess is very tough.
Yeah, you almost feel like there should be something yet, but always some problems to calculate.
Also, for example, this line, I would be very hesitant for black to go for it, Because it feels like you need to be attacking here, and suddenly white just goes for f4, forcing you to exchange queens. And how can you be sure that this is actually good for black?
Yeah, and especially when you want to win a game, yeah, with attacking opponent's king, then you definitely want to have queens on the board. So you might to hesitate to go for that line, for sure.
Okay,
Yeah,
we'll see what black.
I even considered
to
to go for a fraud right here, yeah, to play a4 at some point. But here maybe I can just take the pawn. And now maybe something like, I don't know, rook a8 or... Okay, maybe that's kind of clever.
Yeah, that's not stupid at all. It's whether I can maybe even try knight a5.
Yeah, but knight a5.
Yeah, something's wrong with it, but
Something's wrong, yeah. I don't know, maybe even just bring another piece.
Yeah, probably some slow approach. And if I go for b, I'm keen to too strongly.
Yeah, because every black piece is in an attack, yeah, in a game, so it's definitely a good idea, and very difficult position for white. Oh yeah, she even played a4. Yes, wow. Look, short castle, great move. A5, great move. Here, yeah, and also a4. So she's on a nice streak of great moves. Yeah. Yeah, definitely very tough moment for Olivia, but maybe she will manage to defend that position. Okay, Grzegorz, maybe we will go for short break. Some, I don't know, 10 minutes break, and we'll go back in a few moments. Yeah. What do you think? Yeah, just to recover a little.
Yeah,
bit.
I think it's a good time to. Yeah.
Yeah, just okay, guys. So we will be right back, maybe like in 10 minutes, just to make another coffee or something like that, and stay tuned. I will just put another scene. Okay, here. Yeah, and see you in a couple of minutes. Okay, guys, welcome back after the short break. What happened here in the games? Grzesiu, how are you?
I'm doing well, yeah. I have another cup of coffee. I am ready.
Very nice idea to have a coffee. I already drank two.
And I actually think that we should go to Alina games.
Alina, yeah? Okay, oh.
Because bishop h7 happened.
Yes.
And I wonder whether she wants to take on e7 and actually missed like king e7.
Mm-hmm.
Or will she just actually go for this sacrifice with the queen h7 and knight f5 that we looked at?
Yeah, queen h7 and with the idea to put bishop on f5. Okay, but how long it took her? I don't know. 3 minutes, yeah? No. Bishop c2, king f8, and now 21 minutes on bishop takes h7 here. And you expect somehow to have a quick move right now, yeah?
Yeah, actually, if you take on h7, you have to be sure that what you're doing next. And that is actually quite awkward. If you take on h7, then you need to see that.
Yeah, but Grzegorz, don't you ever did something like that in your past, in your games? To calculate anything for 30 minutes and then make a move and another 20 minutes?
Yeah, it could be, but yeah, captures are always like tricky like this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you obviously have to predict what your opponent will play, and then you need to be ready to answer.
I don't think she have any better option, yeah, to take on h7, because after that, just king to e7, and I think it's lost already, yeah.
Yeah, this looks really bad.
Yeah, because you cannot take this guy because of.
Yeah, you have some knight f5. It doesn't really help because the king just goes to d7.
Yeah. And actually, it's not that bad, yeah, at all. But
not that bad. And why?
And maybe I even thought
you just go like rook to d1.
Yeah, I even thought about going to f6.
To f6. Wow.
Just close my eyes, you know, and pray that there is nothing for white. Yeah, but actually maybe it's not that bad, yeah, because after that
it looks like this is the idea.
Yeah, I can just take and always have g5 or I don't know, king g6.
Well, actually, queen h4 g5 blunders mate in one.
Yeah.
But you need to go king g6 and then
king
then
g6.
black is doing well.
Yeah, and now if you play some crazy house game, yeah, you just want to have a knight and put it on f4 or somewhere, or e7, e5, and win a game on the spot, yeah. But
or eventually, and then you put it on h7.
Yeah,
also work.
Bishop on h7 would be also very nice. Yeah, but she's still thinking. Wow, that's kind of shocking for me. Maybe she's not that certain about that position, yeah? Just to sacrifice.
But then you shouldn't be taking on h7 actually. And that's why actually rook a to d1 was the best move in the position.
Okay, yeah, we can even check.
Not first. First the matters here.
Yeah, rook a to d1 is the engine move, or knight b5, or just bishop d3, yeah? So you just don't need to be crazy, just play normal moves, and with king on f8 it's still very dangerous for black to carry on, yeah.
And it would be really also really annoying for black because whenever we need to like make a quiet move with black, you always need to calculate all of those like knight f5s and knight takes c6, bishop takes h7 and stuff.
Yeah, and sometimes it's even better to keep pressure, keep the tension, yeah, than just to go for a forcing line. Especially when your opponent just waiting for your ideas, because it's much easier just to capture a piece or something like that, go for a forcing line, than to decide what to do in that kind of position. Yeah, just to run away once again.
Whether you go to h6 or king e8. Yeah.
And I have to always calculate.
You don't really know.
Yeah. Yeah, but okay. So we are waiting for her move. Okay, she played bishop e7. Wow. Wow. Yeah, and what's her idea after king to e7? I don't really get it.
F5 and she missed king f6.
I don't really get it. What's going on here, my friend?
Yeah, but her game, right? Like there was this blunder with like knight e5, I think.
Yeah.
Or what was it?
Yesterday,
like knight e5, f takes e5, and then e6.
Yeah, really, because not after that I cannot take this knight back, and the only option, to be honest, is to play knight f5, yeah, or maybe just do something like queen to h4 check.
Okay, but wait a second. Maybe her idea is to actually take on h7.
Okay. And what if
is that mate? Like, but bishop c4 is coming. Okay, no, I get it.
Okay.
I thought that maybe we can try doing something like queen takes g7 and then queen h2, king f1, and just run with the king. But then bishop c4 is coming, and queen h1 is mate.
Yeah, just to stop.
Okay, so this is
this king, and then queen to h1 mate. Yeah, but what a chance for her. And now Alina.
Well, it's very strange.
Yeah, but I think she has to go, yeah, for queen e7, king e7, because it just doesn't make sense.
There's nothing to calculate actually with king e7. Like there's only one check on f5 and that's it. Because even if you don't see this idea of king f6, which is apparently like the best for black after knight f5 check, then king d7 should also be kind of fine.
Yeah. Yeah, but maybe here I can go for something like, okay, tag, and I thought maybe
now rook h8.
Yeah,
but rook h8 instead of taking on f5.
Sorry. Okay, yeah, Alina played king to e7, and after that, what to do, my friend? Maybe rook.
Yeah, I think the idea for white is to go rook to d1 or knight e3 maybe as well. Once again, something slow.
Yeah, but still, yeah, you sacrifice.
But even this looks really bad for white. I cannot really see any sort of an attack. Black is a piece up.
Yeah, I can just go.
It just
knight
looks really
f6.
bad.
Yeah, I think so here. But do you think we will see king on f6 in that game after knight a5? Will Alina find it? What do you think, Grzegorz?
She could do it. I think she could do it, but it's not really certain that we will see knight f5 now. But on the other hand, what else can she do? Like queen takes h7 just loses on the spot.
Yeah, the only move that I calculate is queen to h4. Yeah, but here I can even go.
We can just play knight f6.
Yeah, but after knight f6, I thought that
why not
I
knight
have,
f6?
I don't know what here maybe. No, it just doesn't make sense at all.
Yeah, but
because it's always this rook h8.
Yeah, rook h8 always.
Yeah. So it was just a blunder.
The game is basically almost.
Okay, so we will wait for that moment, but maybe we can check what is going on in other games here. Okay, another king to f8. Okay, Anya is asking about this. Yeah, so we think she will play knight to f5, and then black has this crazy move, but somehow it works. King to f6, yeah, and you cannot really do anything about it, because the idea is after, for example, taking on h7 and maybe take on g7, then I can just take with pawn, and after queen h4 check, you don't go to for a mate in one, but you just put your king on g6, and it's very safe, yeah. Because even if I play,
yeah, but this is definitely like the to go for this knight f.
Yeah, here, what do we do? Maybe f4, I don't know.
Just f6. Why not f6?
F6, yeah, go back, and we are piece up, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because maybe it's not that great, yeah. Maybe some queen g4 or I don't know. Yeah, so very tough moment, yeah, for Anna Maya, because maybe she realized that she blundered. She had a great chance.
She just missed this king e7.
Yeah, and rook h8. Okay, so maybe we will go back here in a couple of minutes, but look at this, Grzegorz. Always in that match is ideas with putting king on f8 or king f1. Maybe it's some fashion.
King f8?
King f8 here, it's...
What is the point of that?
King f8.
King f8.
Guys, what do you think about this move? What is behind the scenes? Yeah, Anna Maya was actually winning, I believe, yeah? Or had chances to get a better position. Maybe winning is kind of not the...
To be of a word, but definitely much better.
Yeah, much better, yeah. Yeah, King f8, very strange move. What is going on, my friend? I don't really understand.
Was reasonable to me, honestly. King f8.
Where is this king going? Here, maybe. Yeah, but still, yeah.
Always h5.
Still doesn't look very safe on this g7, yeah. I don't know. Maybe she was afraid of some knight d5 ideas and open up the e file, but yeah, it looks very
it's hard to imagine that this works. Yeah. But at the same time, it's not easy to break through with white. And that's always annoying in this types of position, because even when you see that black is doing some weird thing, then the position is very close in the center, and it's not easy to open it up.
GM Solver said that Anna Maya has panicked after seeing Polish Classic, yeah? So, like we said, this king f8 was probably shock to her.
Yeah, and Anna, he also went the same, yeah?
Legendary move, yeah, definitely. Bringing king to the end game when everything is hanging. Yeah, but so many ideas with king to f8. Yeah, but probably here white should not going crazy too much. Yeah, just I don't know, bishop f4, maybe bring your knight.
I was actually thinking about maneuvering this knight from c3. Maybe even knight b1, knight d2, b3. I don't know if this could be too slow, but it's definitely an idea there. Or maybe like a4 first, a4, b4, and knight b1.
Yeah, because how do you develop that king side, yeah, pieces? It's just mission impossible. Maybe h5, I don't know, knight to h6 and something like that. Maybe that's the idea, actually.
What is like king f8 for? Why would you play that if you want to go h5?
Tough to answer for that.
Also, it could make sense to go h5 with white. To stop it.
Some prophylaxis, like Mark Dworecki, yeah? Like play something like that.
Just put the pawn there and.
Yeah, but I would consider this move with some tricks. Knight d5, e6, something like that. Yeah, maybe queen d2. That would be for sure my.
Yeah, basically any move forward should give her an advantage, because king f8 does nothing.
Yeah, that's true. And okay, wow, what is going on here, man? So after a4, she took that pawn, rook a8, queen f4, here c3, rook b8 is a mistake, but it looks very natural, yeah, for me at least. And after that, another mistake, but the engine doesn't went crazy after 2 mistakes. So and what is going on right now? So you have
Still
to
late
go
black for sure. That's what that is one thing I'm sure of.
Yeah, so you have to
even just simply like move the rook back to e7 or.
Okay, yeah. For example,
or
here.
a8. I don't know.
And what do I do? King to c2 or what? Or knight d4?
Maybe knight d4.
Yeah, somehow you feel like there should be something here once again, but maybe it's not that simple at all. And if I go with my rook here to maybe protect somewhere and have some ideas to bring my knight onto c4. I don't know, Grzegorz.
Even this looks really messy.
Yeah, Leo Messi. Guys, do you like Leo Messi? Or Cristiano Ronaldo is a better guy? Grzegorz, you like Messi more, right?
But this generation of footballers is pretty much over, because they're playing in some Saudi Arabia stuff and lower leagues.
Do you still watch football games?
Not as many as I used to.
Yeah, me too. I even don't have time for Barcelona's games. Yeah, when I was a teenager, I almost watched every game, but nowadays I don't even know what the schedule is for them. Yeah, and I only knew that they lost against Atletico Madrid 4-0, and that was some craziness. Yeah, but here I don't really see any tactical blow or something like that.
Again, black should just keep her pieces on active squares and just wait for the opportunity to attack.
Yeah, maybe.
Like for example, this rook a to a8, and then once again slowly, as in the game Anna Maya against Alina.
Yeah, it's always very tricky moment.
This is like always. It's always like counterintuitive, because we always think that we need to attack like very energetic and find some tactics to make the king, but then engine wants to just play some slow moves.
Yeah, especially when you solve a lot of puzzles, yeah, that you always count for such a blow in your game, but maybe there is not a case in your game, and you have to just play.
And then you just burn your time, and then it might turn around very quickly.
Okay, so Anna Maya is still thinking what happened to her, yeah, after this unnecessary move, taking on e7, yeah. That was a better idea. Okay, so we are still waiting for her move. And what is going on in Jola's game? Okay, so we saw something like this, rook, bishop d6, and that was the last moment, yeah? I think we saw rook e1 here, knight e5, and okay, engine doesn't approve that. h6, bishop c1, wow. b5 and queen d3. Some kind of blunder, but I don't know why.
Probably there was a good move for white somehow.
Okay, because the idea is to, you know, catch this king in the center, not let go for a short castle because of this hanging knight, and some ideas with this pin. Yeah, you can play rook d1 at some point. You are not allowing rook d5, but maybe that was something better here. Yeah, because yeah, well, maybe not that great. Yeah, but please, she played queen d3
here.
And what if we played something, I don't know, like...
Yeah, but queen a5, I like this move. Queen a5 attacking the pawn on e5, stopping bishop a3. And at the same time, like preparing rook d5.
I even thought about taking that pawn, yeah, but how bad is it? How bad
it would be an option, but then you need to be ready for some queen d6. But then queen d5 could be good.
Yeah, queen d5, and then maybe it's not that easy, yeah, because after queen d6, queen d5,
yeah, queen c7,
queen c7, and now c4, yeah, probably works.
Yes.
Okay, but right now the only threat is here.
Yeah, so maybe rook d5 just to avoid that, and then we castle.
Yeah, here, and just solve all the problems. Yeah, probably. Yeah, now a lot of weak pawns.
Yeah, it could have been an option to take this pawn on a2.
Okay, yeah, but Jola
okay, but queen a5 also makes some sense.
Queen a5, yeah.
Yes, yeah. Also, we want to just go rook d5 next, and then castle. Or go king f8 again. There is still a chance for this move.
Yeah, the title for this stream, yeah, king f8 for everything. Yeah, maybe some queen to g3, I don't know, and then king f8 actually will be played.
Then it would actually make sense.
Maybe something like that will happen. Yeah. Okay, so we will see what's going on, and okay, yeah. So Anya asked about why not go for rook b to a8. It's a very
actually
logical
happened in the
move.
game. Wow.
Yeah, but the problem was that even though these two rooks are very active, you cannot really do anything, yeah, with them.
It's paralyzed now. You cannot really move it because it needs to protect the other one.
Yeah, but
black is lacking coordination now for sure.
Yeah, but how to take an advantage from that, yeah? Because some ideas.
That is another question, but
no, maybe bishop b5.
Maybe we can just move our bishop somewhere, yeah, like bishop b5 or bishop d3, rook h2 e1 also makes some sense.
Yeah, that's looks very natural. Yeah, black only needs to, have this queen somewhere here, yeah?
Yeah, bring this queen. Yeah, queen g6 is the way to do that. Somehow, but then it's always not easy. Like the knight is hanging on e5. We have some tricks though, but they are not working apparently.
Yeah, because after that...
Yeah, knight d4, bishop d3. Yeah, there is always this one.
Yeah, so maybe, I don't know, knight c6 or... Yeah, maybe knight c6, e5, queen g6, something like that.
Well, it could be that we should have one because of that, yeah, to stop this knight c6, and then the knights are not really able to join the party on the queen side.
So bishop.
And also there is an idea. Maybe because there is always an idea of rook a4 for black.
Okay. Here, yeah. So this one or this one. Yeah, that might be clever. Actually.
Yeah, but wait a second. Why can't white just go queen g5 now? Exchanging queens. This is like the simplest solution, and we've missed that.
Once again, Grzegorz, you're getting older. And you spot all the endgame moves. Yeah, but yeah, definitely it's the problem right now. Yeah, so that's why another rook, yeah, to a8, for example, was better, because we always have this threat, and white just doesn't have time going for queen to g5, and after that, yeah, queen. Well spotted, Grzegorz. Because somehow this king is very safe, yeah. With knight on b3, you cannot really do much here.
Yeah, you still need to go back with your rook from a2 to probably a7 or somewhere, but it costs some tempies, and then white will be able to maneuver her pieces to the right squares, and white should be doing really well now.
Yeah, now the problem
she is also like a pawn up.
Yeah, with this another pawn on h5, yeah. So if Olivia finds it, then she will have great chance to even win the game. Okay, so what is going on? Anna Maya played c4 here. Okay, c4 just to mess around, yeah, to go for a mess here. Yeah, actually it might be a good try. And some ideas, you know, with queen a3.
There's some queen a3.
Yeah.
Do we?
Sorry, once again. Can you repeat?
Do we take this pawn on c4,
okay.
Or should we just play something else for black?
Okay, let's see. Let's see here. Yeah, because right now
this already looks like it's bad.
This queen a3 might work, yeah, because I cannot really, you know, play.
Yeah, true. But king will go to d7, I think.
Queen d7, yeah.
King d7, king c8 then.
Is it that bad? I don't know. Here. Yeah, right now it looks like a great compensation, to be honest.
Yeah, true.
Some knight b5.
Yeah, so probably something else.
Maybe some in-between move, like, I don't know.
I thought of something like bishop takes g2, but I don't know if this could work. Wow. And then the knight on d4 is also undefended here.
Yeah, that would be something, yeah, if that works. Bishop g2.
But then you still need to calculate all of this, like knight takes c6, rook takes c6, knight f5, queen takes h7, so many forcing moves. I don't really believe that you can play like this with black.
You know what's funny? That maybe you will once again play king to f6 at some point. Yeah. For example, here I even calculate something like queen a3, and here maybe even
then king f6.
yeah,
Or maybe king e8 actually is also some idea.
yeah, king e8. Yeah, but maybe that king is always here an option. Yeah, here maybe. Okay, so bishop takes g2. So many things comes to mind. Yeah,
And then I can actually see that the engine late.
Yeah, queen h4. Guys, what do you think? GM Solver probably will know the truth about this position. Yeah. Yeah, but it's not an easy move, yeah? Bishop takes g2. Okay, queen here, knight f5, I don't know. Knight f5, yeah? Knight f5, and now once again, if I close my eyes and play this.
I think.
Yeah, what a position, yeah. Here.
Amazing.
Yeah, but here maybe I can even play knight g5, yeah?
And rook h8 is coming.
Yeah, rook h8. Here.
Or even just king takes f.
Okay, f4 maybe. F4 I cannot play f4, yeah? Because queen takes f4 probably.
Queen f4.
Queen f4 and here. Boom, boom, boom. And we have winning endgame with piece up. Wow. Okay, so yeah, but I really like this c4 idea. Maybe even if it's lost, then it's a good try for me, yeah? Because so many threats, you have to consider all of them.
Yeah, it asks some nice questions and not easy to answer.
And black has so many choices, yeah, right now. Knight g5, I don't know, taking on c4, maybe something else, bishop g2. So you can really make a mistake here. Okay, so
yeah, it looks really good for Team Poland, I think, because Claudia was winning and is winning even more convincingly, apparently.
Yeah, the eval bar always, you know.
Olivia is doing really well.
Yeah, Claudia is just winning, yeah, here. Just the pawn on e6 is
It should be over.
Collapsing, yeah, so probably bishop c4 is coming. Yeah, the only thing that black can hope for is taking this pawn, but still, yeah, it doesn't really changing anything. I don't know, maybe you can even go for knight.
Yeah, I thought of that. Or maybe even like rook takes c6 and then bishop c4. Does this work?
Wow.
just go like bishop c4 and then try to make the king with knights.
Yeah. for content.
Yeah.
Okay, is there a mate here after, for example, here? If I take is it forcing
sure
or not?
It is for white because we can win material back, but
yeah, I'm just calculating if there is forcing mate, yeah, but maybe there is not. Okay, yeah, but you just can take on e6 here or do whatever actually. So Claudia is winning for sure. Yeah, Ola played bishop f4 like I said. Queen a7, yeah, very very bad position for black and very difficult to play.
Yeah, but the clock situation is not the best. Lost all of her time.
Yeah, probably she spent a lot of time, you know, finding some forcing winning line. Yeah, but here there is no. You have to go just simple chess, play active, and your position is great actually. Okay, so here, Alina is still thinking, and Olivia, yeah, still calculating.
Yeah, Olivia needs to find this queen g5. If she queen g5, then I think that she will win the game.
Yeah, but that's cold-blooded move, Grzegorz. I have to admit that. Just to make sure that your king is safe and you will manage to, you know, realize that position in the boring endgame. Okay, and Yola, okay, something crazy happened here. So she played queen d3, queen a5 here, rook e5, wow, rook d1 and g6. And now you have to be careful with all these opened diagonals, yeah? Darks are so weak.
Looks really dangerous for black, in my opinion. White can just go maybe even like king h2 now. Just simply trying to bring the other rooks into the game.
I was even thinking if black still can make a short castle, if the king moved before, but not. Yeah, so she still might. Okay, king to h2. And if I play something like rook d5,
I think c4 would be really good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, c4 looks crushing, to be honest. Yeah, after that, this d file, bishop will.
Yeah, queen is coming to d6, bishop b2, bishop a3.
Yeah, that looks very bad for black. Okay, so after that, maybe it's an idea. So maybe knight f6 or just to maybe have some threats with knight g4 ideas in mind. Bishop f4, I don't know, or c4 once again.
How about just rook e1 now? Rook h to e1. Can I do that?
Here, right? Ah, okay. So you are threatening.
Yeah, and if you take them, some queen b8. I don't know if this works, but there is some merit to it.
Okay, so if I take queen b8 here, and queen this, I don't know what to do.
It's not threatening anything actually now.
Maybe.
Even if black just does something like, let's say, king f8 again, then the rook e5, queen e5 is still there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So black can just leave this rook hanging on e5, or maybe even h5 now with this idea that you mentioned.
Yeah, but wait a second. Here, I thought even about queen d6 or something like that.
This should be good, yeah. Queen d6, king e8, and then and then queen takes c6 or rook e1.
Mm-hmm. Should be good. Yeah. So yeah, I really like that idea. I would also think of that and probably play just to, you know, have this coordination with my rooks. Okay, but she's still thinking, and Ayala has only 10 minutes, and very stressful position, to be honest, with king in the center all the time. Okay, actually Alexandra played bishop e3 back, so it looks like, it seems that she doesn't have a straightforward idea, yeah, to proceed, because
And she is also getting really low on time, but we can actually see a repetition now.
Yeah, but when you are white,
it's only like move 15, and then you need to make 25 moves with 6 minutes on the clock. It's not an easy thing to do. But it should be much easier for white to play this.
Yeah, just even when you play once again bishop f4 here, and I don't know, just queen d2 or
like queen d2 or a3, whatever.
Yeah, like it should be good, yeah, for white, at least better and easier to play. I think so. Okay, but she has only 6 minutes, so she's not in the great spot right now, in a great place. Okay, Alina's still thinking after this shocking c4.
Yeah, but she has a lot of time, so she can calculate things slowly.
Yeah. Okay, and Olivia found it. Yeah.
It's really good now.
Yeah,
well, so it seems that Team Poland is on its way to win the match. Because this game looks really good now after Queen G5. Claudia is winning. Alina is also winning if she finds Bishop takes G2 or something else that works there. Likely to make a draw, I think, with this repetition Bishop F4, Bishop E3. And the game of Yola is like very
but here you have to always
difficult for us.
Feel bad for Bela Kotenashvili, yeah, because she played so many amazing moves in a row. Yeah, this whole idea with a5, a4, you know, very active. She went for an initiative, and somehow maybe one mistake, and suddenly the position is very bad for black. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, and Alina actually took this pawn on c4, and Andrew said that white is even better, because somehow you feel like it's a move in wrong direction, yeah, like these pieces right now are not so well coordinated. Yeah, but still, yes, Anna Maya is solo on time. It reminds me one of your game on some recent tournament when your opponent also went for crazy attack for your king, but somehow you managed to defend, and you had like you were piece up or something like that, and you won a game, I think. At Białystok, probably.
I don't know. Could be.
or
could be.
Or semi-final.
Unless maybe Bundesliga. Maybe Bundesliga. I know what you mean. Yeah. This semi-final, Polish semi-final.
Yeah. Now. Rook 81. Okay, and ooh la la. Very natural move, but probably it's a mistake. But why?
Not a bad one.
But why?
The thing to do now is probably to take on d4 maybe.
Okay.
Unless we are losing some material after this, but if we can just take on d4 and stabilize the position with knight f6, knight and bishop d5, then it would be like simply winning for black. But maybe you cannot really do that, because like rook takes d4, and rook c1 is a threat now.
Yeah, but I have a question. What do you do after knight g5?
Knight f5?
Knight f5.
King f6 again.
Yeah, once again, my favorite move today, yeah? My favorite move. Yeah, I would feel amazing to play in my game, King f6. Yeah, but probably some, I don't know, Queen f5 or Queen g4 maybe.
H4.
yeah, here. Yeah, maybe it's even better, yeah. But why is it so bad?
So still not easy. It is still not easy to
Maybe I
find
can
anything
play
for black now.
rook h8. But I'm not really sure. No, it has to be bad, yeah, because after that I can play queen to a3.
Yeah, then the king is stuck in the center, and then
and now
just go knight f5.
It's really bad. Yeah, so it's very difficult position for both of them, yeah.
Yeah, but Alina has like 20 minutes more on the clock, and this is really important now.
You just have to find a way to, cement the position, yeah. Like Peter Leko. It's always
Peter Leko, Cemento
strategy. But maybe Grzegorz, I have an idea to play queen c5 to cover that diagonal threat, and taking on d4. Yeah, but maybe knight f5. Yeah, once again, knight f5. And I am too lazy to calculate all of that variations. Yeah, so many variations, guys. Yeah, and even though we know the engine evaluation, is still impossible for us to spot the exact move. Yeah, here.
Yeah, true. Yeah, knight f6 is definitely something we don't want to do. Like this blunder's made. This one I can calculate. I think like knight f5 and queen h8. The game is over quickly.
Very, very nice. Very well spotted, Grzegorz. Yeah, very, very difficult position.
Why not queen f4? The heart of chess asks.
You know what I think of?
Yeah, queen f4 actually looks really logical.
G6.
Like f4
what do you think about G6?
Might be making sense.
Look at this move, G6.
What is that?
Just to cover this f5.
Oh, wow.
You cannot take on h7 because of rook h8.
If this works, then it is a brilliant move for black.
And I am really proud of myself because engine kind of approves my my choice here. Yeah, but yeah, it's just very difficult. Yeah. Okay, queen f4 is. Queen f4. Okay, queen f4 also. But I was afraid of something.
It's more natural than.
Yeah, I was somehow scared about letting this queen side without defending with queen. But maybe it's better, even better choice.
But then we just move our king to e8 or even this f6 maybe again. Good.
Yeah, so after that.
But now I think the king e8 should be all right.
Yeah, because there is no.
Once again, we just cover.
Yeah, we covered all of the key squares here. Yeah. Yeah, but it's much easier to play queen f4 than g6 for sure. So.
Okay, but g6 is a much nicer move. Like if this works.
Yeah, but queen f4, yeah, well spotted. And after check, even have idea to go king f6, yeah. Yeah, even that move is.
This should be good, yeah. But there's no need for it, I think.
Yeah, so Alina has a great chance right now. Okay, let's see other games because Alexandra went crazy.
Oh, wow.
Completely crazy. Bishop e4.
Bishop e4.
What a move.
Wow. And it's good.
Niklas good? Yes. Yeah, probably she wants to sacrifice, yeah, on d5. And take an advantage from this so bad king on f8 and... Yeah, very nice. And 8 minutes for Anna Zatonskich.
How do you even respond to that? Like, do you take the pawn on e5 or what?
Maybe
some bishop b4. How about this? Bishop b4 just pinning this knight and preparing knight e7 at the same time.
Bishop b4, okay.
Does this make any sense? Or we still take on d5? Maybe we still take on d5.
But with what? Bishop, knight,
with
queen.
bishop maybe.
Bishop takes d5.
And my guess is that the bishop takes. Should be good. And maybe even knight takes d5. Yeah, we should not care about this this rook on e1. Maybe knight takes d5.
Okay, right now.
Okay, already we went wrong somehow.
We are in a good mood right now, yeah? We just sacrificed all of our pieces here.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe king to e8 right now, yeah? Maybe here.
Yeah, but it is always easy to sacrifice someone else's pieces.
Yeah, especially when you analyze someone's games, yeah? Okay, but bishop b4 is very logical to me. Maybe... what can I do right now? Maybe I can actually take with knight on d5. And my idea is after you, for example, take e takes d5, I can take with queen, probably. And just take those pieces, yeah? After bishop e1, then maybe, I don't know, queen d7. Yeah, I just want to go for a kill right now, yeah? Here, bishop c5. Yeah, it looks very
Wait
bad.
a second, because I think I have some connection issues.
God, Grzegorz, I showed you so great line here. So beautiful sacrifice.
Okay, no.
Okay,
I can see the final position now.
Yeah, so I wanted to play knight takes d5. And after e takes d5, queen d5. Just to attack here. And if you take...
And also rook takes c6, yeah? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so many threats, yeah, right now. So maybe it's better. Yeah, she took on e4. Wow, it cannot be good, yeah? Because here, actually that was in a game. Yeah, it just feels...
And this has to be bad for black. You're not even winning any material now with black? And also the position opens up entirely.
Yeah, the biggest problem is with this coordination here, yeah? It just doesn't exist at all, yeah? Because I can take here so many problems with hanging pieces, knight e4, I don't know, here rook d7. Yeah, it looks completely lost, to be honest.
5 minutes on the clock is not helping.
One game.
Wow, so bishop e4, brilliant idea.
One game has already finished. Guess which one? Probably Claudia's game, yeah?
Yeah, I think so. This was supposed to be over like an hour ago.
Probably Claudia's game. Let me see that here. Okay, knight e6, knight d1, yeah. What is the name of this version of chess when you take all pieces in a row? I don't know English name.
What do you mean?
Like you have to take with every move. I know Polish word.
Anti-chess.
Anti-chess. Yeah, it looked like that. Yeah, because they took so many pieces in a row. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to capture everything.
Yeah, so anti-chess. Yeah, but here, of course, I am joking, Claudia. Yeah, with that beautiful rook on 7 rank, bishop c4 is coming. Yeah, just hopeless position for Dinara. Swedish chess. What is Swedish chess? Okay.
So Poland takes the lead with this game.
Okay. Olivia played queen g5, knight c4, takes. Yeah, now. Yeah. The engine says it's winning, yeah, and I tend to believe that it's winning because we have beautiful knight on e4, passed pawn, probably c6, rook d7. We can play this pawn on c4 probably. You know, we will collect at some point. Yeah, just you have to be precise. Couple more precise moves, maybe rook d8, rook d1.
I don't think you even need to be precise, honestly. Like just bring your rooks into the game, and the game should be over. Like this knight on e4 is just.
Yeah. So
and
because
of that, the pawn on c5 is very safe. So yeah, maybe you can even attack if you really want to, like with g4 at some point. But there is no need for that for sure. But even this should be an idea.
The only way for black, I think, after, for example, rook d8 is to
to keep the knight out of e4. Yeah, regroup.
Yeah, regroup on d5, maybe if f5 at some point, and maybe try to do something with this b2.
Yeah, but it will be really difficult to create any counterplay there. Like c6 is always coming after this.
And look, she has only 45 seconds, yeah, on the clock. So yeah, so Olivia has a great winning chances. Okay, but here completely lost position for Yola. Okay, what happened here?
Okay, so what happened?
So c4, yeah, that's also kind of logical move to.
Nice prophylactic move. So, yeah, and also stop rook d5.
Yeah, that was a mistake, but what? Maybe actually she should take here and what? Queen e5 or what? Yeah, but queen e5, then I can play bishop f4 probably, yeah?
Maybe g5 is g5 a move to prepare that?
Yeah, g5.
Probably not, huh? Too slow. But queen e5 is an idea then, at least. Okay,
I will. Yeah, queen e5 is the
queen
best
e5
move.
Anyways.
And after bishop f4, just to play here, and maybe the engine tries to tell us that bishop on f4 is worse.
Yeah, like now g5 or e5 is coming, so.
Yeah, but it's very difficult, yeah. So she took on h1 here. Yeah, queen h5. Yeah, now. What do you do with those pieces? Yeah, bishop a3 is coming. I don't know. Here the threat is queen c6. So many problems. And actually, you cannot just defend here, yeah, because I can even just take. And what's next? You just don't have move. It's kind of Zugzwang. Yeah, so probably maybe Yola lost her game. Even quicker.
Yeah, I think it will be difficult to even make it to time control.
Yeah, because you just
should be over soon.
Protect, yeah, here. Okay, so here Olga probably is winning that game. What is going on? Okay, Claudia. Yeah, Claudia, I think it's over. Game over, right? Because after c6, wow. c6, great move. c7, yeah, and Claudia won a game. So congratulations. And
Bishop
after
c4, there's
Bishop c7, yes, nice tactic.
you need to spot.
In the end, here, check, intermezzo, little intermezzo, and now we will win a game. Okay, so very very nice opening choice, yeah. Surprise for Dinara. She just took a pawn and realized this position here till the end, the advantage. Okay, here.
Bishop h4? What is happening?
Grzegorz, what is going on?
What is that?
Okay, here, queen c6, f takes g2, knight e4, bishop h4. Okay. Yeah, it feels like you just cannot
Knight
survive
c5?
this.
Knight c5 seems to be the easiest way to...
Yeah, knight c5 with fork, yeah, here. Yeah, knight c5 is the game over probably, yeah, because after that...
I think so. You maybe need to go like 97 now, but then 97 give up a piece like this, but the ending should be easily winning for white with the piece.
Yeah, just game over, but she played knight d6.
Ay.
And maybe
I don't
now
like this.
Knight e7 or what?
Yeah, I think so. And then knight f5 might come.
Yeah, knight e7 and maybe...
Black is somewhat back in the game.
Maybe here? Okay, yeah.
Even this knight f5 I think could be an idea. I'm not scared of giving up a queen.
Yeah, because she collected so many pawns, yeah, before that she can, you know, give it away. Okay, here. Here rook c8.
Yeah, maybe rook c8. Maybe it's still enough to win the game after this, but...
So what do we do? Maybe f5 or some, I don't know. No, f5, queen, h5.
Bishop f6. No, but then takes on d7.
Maybe king g8. Maybe it's the move.
Wow.
I don't know, but...
97 actually happened, right?
Yeah, 97
7?
Is in the game, yeah?
Queen f3 will be played. Like almost for sure.
Yeah.
Black is white is still doing very well, but knight c5 was ending the game.
And that is what I was hoping for, to, you know, taking part in this commentary, to see those crazy games.
Yeah, and every single one is very interesting.
Yeah, very
I don't know what game should we focus on.
Okay, so Alina survived and has a winning position, yeah? So she played actually knight g5. That was a mistake.
That was a mistake.
Queen h4, f6.
h4.
Yeah, and engine is going crazy, yeah? Up and down, like some doing squats on eval bar. Knight a5 here. Okay, yeah, now it's definitely wrong direction. Yeah. And Alina, I think, is just one step away, you know, to have...
Yeah, stabilize the position and then...
Yeah.
Then it should be over.
Yeah, but I'm really...
Okay, so I think we should go to another game.
Yeah,
actually, like
okay.
the game of Ola is much more
Queen
interesting.
f3, and now big moment for this game, yeah? King g8, or what do you do? Because otherwise I think you just lost, yeah? It's hopeless, because here rook c8, after f5 or f6 I think you can go queen h5 with this double attack.
Just pick up the bishop.
So to be honest, that's the only move, yeah, but very difficult one because you like feel it cannot work.
You don't have a choice, yeah? Everything
Okay.
else is just lost.
Yeah, she found it. Yeah,
She played it, yeah.
yeah, she
King
played
G8.
it. Okay, and what do you do right now? Taking with knight or queen?
This is much more natural, and then maybe even like, take another pawn or something.
Yeah, but look, after taking on h7 here, queen e6. If I
Yeah.
play like I don't know, rook f8. What's the material here? 4 pawn down, but yeah, so active. Knight on d6, yeah. It feels like
Yeah, but at least black managed to bring his out.
Yeah, okay, but I really don't like this move, to be honest, because somehow I feel like you have even maybe knight f5 or something like this.
Yeah, I agree.
Or maybe
The black attack is gone, and then black can be fine here.
or maybe knight d5, yeah, probably just to, you know, stabilize the position. Maybe knight g6 and take this pawn. Yes, maybe there is something. Yeah, so probably she should
Queen
take with
queen f7.
Yeah, queen f7, queen e6. Okay, we'll be back in a moment. Let's see. Okay, I think Alina is winning right now on a spot, yeah, because I don't know, maybe actually there is a defense. I thought there's knight f2.
But if you need to go knight e3, then this actually is over.
Yeah, because you can just play.
Black is just a full piece up, yeah.
Yeah, here everything is protected.
Like anything basically.
Yeah. Okay, so Alina is winning for sure. Olivia played rook h2 g1. So your idea, yeah, go for an attack. Knight h6, rook d8, knight g4. And why is it so bad? Okay, maybe it doesn't change much, yeah, because it's not a threat.
Yeah, but f5 is a threat.
f5 is a threat, okay.
I think white should still go rook g2 d1. And then after f5 we just go knight g5 and rook d7. How about that? Just go for the activity, and then the knight on f2 is kind of stupid. Knight d6 is a threat, and also c6.
Yeah, and push this pawn. Yeah, probably it's a way to win the game. Okay. Okay, Olga won against Yola. So 1-1 right now. And what happened? Yeah, here, queen c6, and like we said, yeah, you just cannot move anything. Just hopeless position. And here, very classy way to finish the game, in my opinion. Just to go.
Yeah, forcing the pawn and link.
Yeah. So classy, elegant way to win the game. Okay, very nice. Congratulations. 1-1. Okay, and what is going on here, man? So
what happened here?
Okay. She thought maybe it's time to grab her queen, but
but now black is doing really nice. The king will go to h7. The other rook is coming out.
Yeah, now the position is so stable for black, yeah? Just everything is perfectly protected. Yeah. So probably she will take, or maybe, I don't know, bring her rook to d7. Maybe that's an idea. Yeah, but still.
Still, black is in time to go king h7. King h7, then maybe even go back with the bishop e7. The rook will go out to d8.
Yeah.
And it is only black who can play for the win.
Yeah, so what a change here, yeah? Of evaluating the position. Yeah, but
it all started with this knight d6.
Yeah. So knight c5, yeah.
This was like the most important
fork
moment.
Just game was over.
And just not letting the king go to h7.
Okay, and here it was a mistake, but probably engine has something in mind. I even thought about playing bishop g5, to be honest, with idea of taking here and playing something like, I don't know, rook a5 h5 or something like this. But maybe it's not needed. Yeah, probably she will just play king to or maybe not
g5 is actually a very, very nice idea.
Yeah, because I think the only thing that can happen to black's king is this bishop h6 ideas. Yeah, so that's why I thought to just trade this beautiful bishop, because he can be used in the attack and also in the defense. Yeah, she of course play this more natural king h7. Okay, we will see what's gonna happen here. Alina won her game already, yeah. Yeah, so like you said,
so 2-1
game over.
For Team Poland.
2-1 for Team Poland. Olivia somehow managed to combine two ideas to maybe play with this pawn, c-pawn, and also attack the king. And what is going on after?
Yeah, what's going on after h4? f4. Yeah, f4 is the idea. Wow, what a move.
And en passant is impossible. Yeah. What a move. Yeah, what a move. g4. Guys, look at this beautiful move. Unbelievable idea. And now f4.
And the game is over, I think.
Wow, f4
f4,
is
knight g6,
amazing.
h5. And there is...
Wow.
Even in the endings.
Amazing.
Olivia is going for the king.
Olivia is going crazy with this f4. Yeah, but really, really nice. So beautiful, because I think the black king is just gonna get mated, yeah? I can even just play h5.
Yeah, true. Just h5, rook g4, and then even knight e8, knight f6 might come to like close the king.
Yeah, so amazing. Okay, so probably Olivia will win in a couple of minutes, couple more moves. Okay, what's happened here? Okay, so probably some rook c2.
And they have to make like 12 more moves to make it to time control.
Yeah, so anything can happen here, yeah?
It can happen, but now it is black who has much easier play.
Yeah, but I have the last trap. After rook c2, I can now play queen to f3, just to attack this pawn, very important pawn, and you cannot take because of queen e4, yeah. Queen e4. So maybe that's not the best idea to go rook c2 straight away. Maybe you have to just be patient.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. Maybe
the position somehow, yeah, like king.
Yeah,
G8, but
G8 or
queen will still go to f3, I think.
Even after that, but I
yeah, even then queen f3, king b7. This is something white needs to play for, and just get to the a6 pawn as fast as possible.
Yeah, because the game is still going on both sides. Yeah, if for example the play is only on the king side, then queen is usually worse than rook and a piece and some couple of pawns. But here, yeah, maybe it's a good idea to activate the queen.
Yeah, that's why bishop e7 is actually the best move. Yeah, bishop e7 was the best move because queen f3 would be impossible because of knight h4.
Yeah, but it's just impossible to play that move, yeah, when you have 8
This
seconds.
and then knight h4, knight f5 at the same time.
Yeah, rook c2, and now very important, I
Queen
think
f3 now.
you have to play that move.
Okay, what happened?
Okay, she's still thinking. Okay, I will just...
No, I don't think so, yeah? Yeah, queen f3 is played.
Okay, here, f4, Olivia. Okay, get up. Yeah, but here, there is no mate.
Yeah, but you can even go for just for the pawn to c6.
Yeah, I think
and then
c6 is
c7
game
moves.
over, yeah, because you cannot go here, probably because of rook g8. If you go here, I can just give you mate, and if king f6, then once again fork, knight fork, and that's it. Yeah, so probably she will find it, and yeah, this is very interesting endgame. So she played queen f3, rook b2, queen f7, rook a2.
And queen e6, rook takes f2 is the idea now.
Wow. Grzegorz, together we are sharp, tactically sharp. So maybe we have to play more tournaments as a couple. Then Magnus Carlsen probably will have not a chance with us. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, she played king to h3. Okay. Yeah, so probably she saw that, yeah, move. The idea was...
Yeah, but this still doesn't help, yeah?
Here.
Actually, the same thing works. Now, if black just goes like b4 or a5, then there is still the same thing going on.
Yeah, really, because it's
maybe without the check, it's not the same. But the idea is still there.
Okay, I will play just b4, yeah? b4, yeah, exactly. And what now? Some f4, f5, I don't know. No, it cannot be good here. I can just pin the bishop and win a game.
I think you need to take this pawn on e6 now.
To have some...
e6, rook takes f2, and then maybe, I don't know, take the...
Okay, she played
maybe
queen
take another pawn
b7.
a6.
Queen b7, but queen b7 I can even play a5, yeah, probably.
Yeah, just push another pawn.
Or maybe even bishop f4.
Yeah, I also thought of that. Yeah, just take this, and even if white collects b4, then rook f5 takes on e5. Then
it should be completely winning position. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe rook f5 or rook f5. It looks.
Way too.
Yeah, too many pawns probably.
To win this pawn.
Yeah, but that would be so amazing if black manages to win that game after this crazy idea king f8, yeah, in the opening. Wow. Okay, yeah, she played.
Wins all the games. Lina also won her game after f8, so maybe this is the way to go.
Okay. Yeah, so couple more moves to time control. 6 seconds. Yeah, she played rook f2. Yeah. And before. And now something to calculate if you want to have this position. Yeah, probably. I cannot even take. Sorry.
You can still go with knight f5. True.
I cannot even take.
Ah, yes, so you should probably just pick up a pawn.
Yeah, because of forks. Yeah, so these forks.
Everywhere.
Yeah, forks are everywhere. Yeah, but probably it's lost position. Yeah, for guys.
Somehow reminds me of the game against Carlsen against Nepo from.
Mm-hmm.
But black like has this additional pawn on e6, which makes things even easier.
Yeah, the only thing that white can hope for is some perpetual, yeah, at some point, but you cannot just do anything because the position is so stable.
Yeah, you cannot even give a single check with the queen.
Yeah.
So I think the plan is to go like rook f5, take on e5 with the rook. She took with her knight right away. Match.
Queen d6. Okay, but queen d6 I can even go.
Knight g6, just again the same thing. And then we want to go like e5, bring the rook to, I don't know, f4 maybe.
Yeah, f4.
Or put it behind the pawn.
King h6 and
then
just
slowly
go
forward. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So probably Anna Zatonskich is winning that game, and Olivia already won. Yeah, amazing tactics here. G4, f4. Probably you can use.
Officially, Team Poland won the match.
Mm-hmm.
Like regardless of the last game.
Yeah. Okay, so like yesterday, yeah, it was also 3-1, I believe, and I think rest of the world won the last game. So probably it's gonna be the same today, yeah.
True. But interestingly, the engine goes only -1.
Yeah.
So.
But maybe it's not.
Maybe it's holdable somehow, but in practical terms, I think it just lost.
Yeah, because you cannot even do anything about it, yeah? Just bringing pawn h4, king h6. Everything is well protected.
Mm.
Yeah, but probably some perpetuals are out there, yeah? Perpetuals are in the air here. So you have to
you probably need to like wait with the queen somehow for black to go forward with her pawns on the king side, and then hope for some perpetuals. And maybe that's why it is still not lost. Objectively speaking, at least.
Guys, do you think black is gonna win that game or it's gonna end in a draw? Or maybe a better question is if you would win that game if you were black here. Yeah, just
I would go like rook f6 first, just to make it to time control.
Mm-hmm.
Then just think how to make progress.
Yeah, but there are only 2 more moves left, yeah, so I think you can even just go.
h5 is also a safe way to go.
Here, okay, so probably I will play something like, you know, here, h4, something like
h3, king h6, and it is already equal.
Yeah, but
according to the engine, right?
Why is it equal there? Okay, if I just
Probably some queen c1 now.
queen c1. Okay, if I go back. Queen d1 or what?
Queen d2.
Queen d2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but here I can just play here. I don't know.
g4. I was hoping for some stalemate ideas like king g4, rook g3, king h5, and then queen h6 is coming.
Yeah, so probably here and queen h6. But I can always play something
King
like
g7.
yeah, king g7. Wow, yeah, that would be
Nice way to finish the game.
Yeah. Yeah, but why is it draw? Yeah, maybe this engine is just too slow, yeah?
No, I think it is right. Also in the game Carlsen against Nepo, there was the same story that engine went like this position was like 0-0, but you needed to be really precise to make a draw.
Mm-hmm.
And in practice it is almost impossible to play perfectly in this type of mending.
Thank you, Piotr. Would you win that game, that end game on the YouTube? If you were black here. Okay, she played h5 here, rook g4. Yeah, but here, okay.
Yeah, this already looks really nice for black, because you can probably play knight f4 check. Rook h4?
Rook h4 is quite strange move. Yeah, I would definitely play here.
Yeah, knight f4
because the
really nice.
king is cut off and there is no check here. Now I think you can even play something, you know, with this king at
even
some point, yeah?
h4?
Yeah, h4.
h4, rook g3. Yeah, rook h4 is weird. I don't like this.
Maybe she just want to make sure to, you know, make a 41 move. Maybe she's not 100% sure with her notes. Okay. Okay, do we go for a little break? Or do we stay? What do you think? Do we go
I think it is a good time, yeah, to have a short break.
Just short break. And we will be back in a couple more minutes, guys. Okay. Okay, guys, welcome back after the short break. So what's gonna happen here, Grzegorz? Do you think Black will manage to score a point for rest of
I
the
think
board
that
team?
Black is on her way to score another point, but it will take some time to bring the point for the team world. But the plan is pretty straightforward. You will just go knight f4, bring the king, push the king back to h2, and then you try slowly to push your pawns forward with like h4, king h6 maybe.
Yeah, the only way.
There are some technical difficulties, but
For-
it's definitely much more difficult to play with white.
Yeah, definitely the only way to survive for white is hope for some perpetual. Yeah, after this, for example, queen h8. I don't know. Here I can give 100 of checks and hope that this king will not find a safe spot. So you have to be careful and precise. But generally speaking, it should be winning. Yeah, but you always need to be precise and be afraid of some stalemate ideas. Yeah, for example, here, if you play something like, I don't know, e4 or something like that, then once again, yeah, you can always have some drawing ideas. So that's the only thing in this position. But generally, we think that Black will win. Yeah, and overall, we will look at the score right now. Poland is leading 3-1 that match, so Poland team won that match, and probably it's gonna be 3-2 in the end. And I think that's all for us right now, yeah, because the game probably will last forever. Yeah, but I had a great time here because the games were so sharp, so amazing, yeah. So many turnarounds from winning to losing position, yeah, and so many interesting ideas.
Still try.
Yeah, and I really had a great time with you, Grzegorz. Maybe next time in English,
well.
Polish, Chinese, I don't know. The word is ours, yeah. Okay, so thank you.
Sure.
Thank you very much. And
thank you too. And have a good night.
Yeah. See you guys. Yeah, for sure, Anna. Bye bye.